Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and let's get into this next to last episode of this scripted TV drama, The Real Housewives of Potomac, because I'm real tired of it. I'm tired of them and they bullshit with these lies and made up storylines and I'm sorry. Let's get into this. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. Of course, I have to shout out my super thanksers. Shout out to Lisette, BZ, Yvette Greer, Simone Francois, and Carolyn Friesen. Thank y'all so much. Now, let's go ahead and get into this bullshit. The ladies have returned from the melee in Mexico. They done tore up all the restaurants, spilled all the tea, and accused some of everybody of everything. And now they're back to their day-to-day lives. We see Wendy at home with her family. They're packing boxes to go where? I don't know. Candace is practicing for an upcoming performance that she has. And Mia is at home with her cousin, cleaning out her closets, making room for new skeletons, I guess. Then we see Robyn at the bridal shop once again, playing in our face. This heifer got the nerve to walk in. Oh, this is just feeling more and more real. Robyn, pick a dress and get out our face. Even the people at the store look like they know Robyn is there to waste their time. Y'all done paid your little booking fee or whatever. We ain't got time for this. Just, girl, come put these dresses on. So Robyn is in the confessional saying how there's just so much to do to get ready for a two-person wedding. They have to get a license because you know that one they pulled as a stunt done expired. They have to get rings because you know they got to make this look real. But Robyn is forgetting her own lie because she goes on to say she needs flowers and decorations and cake. And didn't you just tell that assistant to get rid of whatever planner they got because you don't need all that because you ain't doing all that? Ain't that what she told them and us? What is production doing? Just nodding and smiling and going along with this? I mean, she ain't even keeping up with her own lie. Keep up, Robyn. So we see Ashley and Giselle show up to support Robyn. Now, while Robyn is in the back playing in these people's fitting room, Ashley and Giselle are in the front playing in their tiaras. Everybody playing and everything and ain't nobody buying nothing. Put them people down. Giselle is playing with some crown that's too big for her head and too small for her ego. And Ashley is right there just encouraging her about, yeah, you look like Miss Universe. Well, I guess hell is a universe too. So Giselle and Ashley sit down and they're waiting for Robyn to emerge, but Ashley is busting at the seams with tea that she has from the end of the Mexico trip. And as always, Giselle is thirsty. So Ashley starts spilling that she, Candace, Wendy, and Mia all hung out together that last night of the trip, which, sidebar, makes me believe that all this on-camera beefing they're doing is playing in our face. Because how are y'all coming to blows, throwing drinks at each other, threatening assault and defamation of character charges, and then y'all going out partying, taking shots, busting it wide open? Like, so they fight in our face and go somewhere and play and laugh together. Okay, even the pictures that they showed of them all hanging out and partying looks like the cast of a scripted TV drama series. Rather than just tell Giselle the tea she got, I guess Ashley liked her little guessing game from Mexico because she decides to play it with Giselle. She's looking around and Giselle said, well, did you and Candace kiss? Ashley said, no, not me and Candace. Giselle said, did someone else kiss? Giselle said, did someone do some vajayjay bumping? I said, well, what in the girls gone wild hell kind of vacation was y'all on? She said, well, I didn't say that, but Mia was admiring Wendy's physique. Giselle said, so Mia liked Wendy's vajayjay? Ashley said, yes. Mia saw Wendy's vajayjay. Ashley said, no. She was just saying how she thought Wendy was really attractive. Giselle said, well, did Wendy reciprocate this? Ashley said, well, Wendy was intrigued. Robyn finally comes out. She's wearing a beautiful dress. They tell her they absolutely love the dress, but you can go on because the tea is hot. Girl, you look good, but not as good as this tea. Now, what was you saying? Giselle said, so hold on. We go from throwing a drink at her to liking her vajayjay. Maybe that's why she threw the drink. Ashley said, maybe it was a little sexual frustration. I don't know, because I mean, They did leave together, and I don't know what went down. Chat girl. So just then, Robyn comes out in dress number 2 looking like a bridesmaid in Vegas. They tell her she looks like she's going to a gala and get the hell on because you keep coming out here as soon as this shit get juicy. Ain't like we can come see you get married no damn way. Shit, let us have our tea party. So while Robyn is playing around in dress number 2, Ashley jumps up and announces that she has to go. I guess messy mommy time is over. Giselle is upset because she didn't finish getting her tea and now she has to deliver the tea to Robyn by herself. Ashley said, well, how much sauce are you going to put on it? Giselle said, oh, so much. We know. Because lying and plumping up a story is your specialty. In the confessional, Giselle said she needs to confer and confirm with Mia that there was an interaction between Mia and Wendy's vajayjays before she starts telling everybody. But be clear, she's going to tell people. And we know that too, because you going to tell everything but your own damn business. But maybe that's because you ain't got none. So Robyn tries on her third and final dress, and at this point, Giselle is tired of playing. Just, girl, come sit down here and let's talk. Now, she's sitting around lounging and shooting the shit in these people's wedding dress. If you don't take them people's shit off before you buy your... So Giselle starts their conversation off by asking Robyn, listen, this is real cute and all that, and Ashley is here, and I'm here, and I play, but not all day. Why your mama ain't here? Where your mama at? Robyn comes up with some lie, but I still haven't told my mom. And Giselle, oh, no, you still haven't told your mama because you lying. And if anybody know when you lying, it's your damn mama. So Giselle just accepts this lie and moves on. She's telling Robyn she thinks they should have them a good old-fashioned, sophisticated bachelorette party. The kind with steak and lobster at the strip club. And since that's where Mia used to work, she and Mia have already discussed it. They're putting this together. And all she needs from Robyn is to know, is there anybody you don't want there? Now, of course, since Karen dragged Robyn all the way home from Mexico, she's at the top of the hell no, you can't go list. And since Wendy was laughing while Karen was dragging her ass all the way home, she don't think Wendy is genuine about wanting to be friends. So Wendy can sit her ass over there with Karen with her disinvitation. And here's my thing about Robyn. Robyn lives to disinvite people from her events. Like she has events worth getting out the bed for. You be done wasted a whole outfit on a half-ass event around with Robyn, and you got the nerve to be disinviting. Girl, go to hell. So Robyn is going to work on getting the guest list together. They agree that the dress code is going to be scantily clad like when they were in college. Giselle said, yeah, because we still look like we in our 20s. And Robyn said, no, that's where you running out now. We lying. But we ain't lying like that. We don't look like we in our 20s no more. So we move on to Candace's house where she is at home with her husband and they are having breakfast on their back porch. They're catching up about the Mexico trip and all their upcoming plans. They're wrapping up plans for Candace's video release party. And while Trina is on the song and in the video, she will not be at the party because she has some real events to attend, like the Essence Fest. Chris asked Candace how the Mexico trip was, and Candace's crazy ass said the old ladies were fighting. Well, can't that just then we cut to Wendy and Karen meeting for lunch. And this is a complete sidebar, but is it me? Or are Wendy and Karen comparing notes before they get dressed? Because when they arrived in Mexico, they were wearing the exact same outfit in opposite colors. Now they meet to have lunch, brunch, whatever they're having, and they are wearing different outfits in the exact same shade of orange. Like, are they this dynamic duo that got kicked out of the group? What's going on? So they're catching up about Karen showing us that she's about that life in Mexico. Karen said she survived shaking tables with Cherisse only for Robyn to come along wanting to be fed. I said, not they needed camera time with the grand dame. Meanwhile, Candace is on the back porch with Chris telling him about the latest husband accusations. They up off you now. Karen done said Juan is cheating on Robyn with some girlfriend he got that he be walking around holding hands with in Georgetown. But that's dumb. That's as dumb as Ashley's accusations of you groping her Cookie Monster looking friend in front of me. Well, Candace, actually, no. No, it's not that dumb, because Robyn done took her to the podcast and told us that Karen was right. There is some blonde woman that Juan was dealing with, and Robyn knew about it since before filming started for this season, which means they spent this entire season playing in our face. Not only lying on other people, but hiding the truth about what was really going on at her house. Karen said she's been sitting on the whole Juan hugging her inappropriately for 3 years now. Wendy brought up Karen's wig shift party, and she said, you remember at your wig shift party when Robyn asked you, are you afraid to drink because you're afraid of what you might say when you get drunk? And you said to Robyn, no, I'm not, but you should be concerned about what Juan says when he drinks. Karen said, yeah. And when I said that to her, I knew she knew. I knew. Girl. Candace told Chris that Robyn responded to Karen's accusations by pulling out a picture of Karen and some man from behind. The man appears to be Blue Eyes, and the woman is clearly Karen. Karen is talking to Wendy about the picture they refused to show her, and she said, the woman ain't me. Well, hold on, Karen. Karen, listen, wait a minute. You got to get your evidence before you start just denying stuff. How you gonna say the woman in the picture ain't you and you just said you never saw the picture? Girl, wait a minute. Production realizes they ain't getting the truth out of Karen. Karen already committed to her lie before she saw the picture. I ain't got time. Ain't me. So they asked Wendy, did the woman in the picture look like Karen to you? Well, Wendy happened to have been sitting too close to Karen at that table or laughing a little too damn loud. She said because they never showed her the picture. She didn't get to see it either, so she don't know. So Chris asked Candace, did y'all actually do anything fun? Did y'all have a good time at all? Or were y'all just dragging each other's husbands to hell? Candace said, well, on the last night, I did end up back in my room in my shower and I didn't know how I got there. So Chris said, impressive. Yeah, it's impressive, but it's also an alibi. So whenever them heifers come up about whatever freaking nasty I done did, I don't know, I wasn't there, I don't remember, I was drunk. So Chris shifts gears with Candace and he brings up that she's almost done with the video and album release. She's finished with school, and so he thinks that now is the perfect time to revisit their IVF journey. And Candace agrees. She and her doctor have come up with a whole new plan and approach, and so she is really optimistic about retrying. So while Wendy and Karen are across town still snacking and Kiki and Ashley calls, and you know, that can never be a good thing. When she saw Wendy and Karen together, she said, oh, what are you guys talking about? What's the sitch? What's the sitch? Ashley must have done took her damn braids out. So Karen catches her up that they're discussing Robyn's misdirected anger that needs to be redirected. Ashley said, well, speaking of misdirected, redirected, indirect shade, that's what I called for. Giselle sent out this invitation to Robyn's bachelorette party, and both of you heifers are noticeably not on the chain. Well, Karen looked like shit. Ain't no surprise to me. I knew before I dragged that heifer home from Mexico, I was coming up off that list, so I don't give a damn. She looked at Wendy like, this bud's for you. Wendy said, if Robyn and I are supposed to be moving forward, and I haven't said anything out of the way to Robyn, what's the problem? Ashley said, well, I think the problem might be that Giselle doesn't get along with you, and Giselle is who's planning this whole thing. Wendy said, hold on, no, don't play with me, because all of us have been brides, for real, and not this play Robyn is doing. So I know, you know, we know that when it comes to the bridal party guest list and all that stuff, that's up to the bride, not whoever is planning on behalf of the bride. So what's the real issue? The real issue is y'all ain't real friends. Like, girl, the real issue ain't no real wedding. Why is you worried about it? The real issue is you was falling out laughing when Karen was dragging the girl. Now, you ain't gonna be able to laugh at me and laugh with me. You got to pick a struggle. Well, speaking of the real issue, we see Giselle arriving at Mia's house to plan this forever a bachelorette party. Mia is giving Giselle a tour of her home to include the new hardwood floors that she put into this rental. The same rental she was just recently asked to move out of. You's a damn fool with some money. Why would you put hardwood floors in a rent? Man, Giselle don't know no better either. She don't give a damn. She ain't got nothing to say. You done threw your money away. All right, whatever. She ain't sat down good before she get into the bullshit. Ashley gave me some Mia tea. She told me about the last night in Mexico. She told me there was some high flirtation coming from Mia to Wendy and it might have been reciprocated, but at this point, I've been spreading rumors that y'all had sex, so. Well, I only spread it to Robyn, because you know, they pinky and the brain, and Robyn is probably supposed to play dumb when this comes up later on. And of course, they show Giselle giving Robyn a completely embellished version of the story. Girl, you could lie. So Mia gives her what her version of the story is, and you know how Mia tells a story, so. So Mia tells Giselle that Wendy showed her box, just spread eagle, and showed it to her. She didn't ask to see it, she just volunteered. So Mia got her a good eyeful, and then Wendy asked to see Mia's. What are y'all doing, comparing your doctor's work? Now, with all meeting in my bedroom, Mia, turnabout is only fair play, so of course, she showed Wendy hers. Now, Giselle is in the confessional just shocked that Mia even admitted to this. But here's my thing. Giselle be lying, Mia be lying, Wendy be lying. So who knows what exactly happened. But what I do know is these heifers need to go back to wherever they bought their gall and audacity and see if they have a sale on shame and self-esteem, because I'll be damned. First of all, y'all is somebody's mamas on TV doing all this bullshit. Secondly, if this is true, Wendy needs to be very embarrassed, because you go from a chick throwing a drink at you to you busting it wide open because she told you you cute. Get some self-esteem. If it had been a man that threw a drink at Wendy and turned around and said, oh, it was because we want each other, it was sexual energy. If it was a man on that bullshit, it would be a problem, a sin, and a shame. So it ain't cute when it's Wendy and Mia. Giselle said she wanted to get all of the details of what exactly happened, but it really don't matter because the story she makes up is going to be better anyway. When I don't believe shit Giselle has to say, henceforth, now, and forevermore, don't nobody come say nothing to me, because she done sat up on this TV and said she gonna make up whatever story entertains her. The lady lives to lie, and I cannot deal. So now Mia goes on to say that she now realizes that Wendy wasn't jealous of her at all. It was just sexual energy, because Wendy wants her cookie. See? See how these hoes play with you when you let them play with you? She says, but she didn't let Wendy have the cookie because Eddie nor Gordon were there to consent. So she touched it, but she didn't touch it. Girl, go to hell. Even if this all went down, why do we need to know this? Where is the dignity? Let me tell you one thing that they are really, really good at. They have a very special way of degrading these women to nothing but sex objects. Here you have highly educated, highly accomplished, CNN commentating Wendy being reduced to Mia's super freak side fun in Mexico. What's the real initiative? So Giselle goes into asking Mia if she and Wendy have been okay since this encounter, because yeah, they got to talk about this guest list. And while Wendy might have been invited to Mia's box party, she is not invited to Robyn's bachelorette party. Because see, you might be good enough to play with, but you ain't good enough to sit with. See? So Giselle brought up the whole Jacqueline versus Mia, and Mia said Jacqueline has already reached out, trying to reconcile, but this breakup might be the big one. So we move on and we see Wendy at home commentating on Roe versus Wade and Robyn versus Wendy. She said that she has done her very best to move forward with Wendy, and since they can't seem to move forward, she is moving on, as are we. So then we move on and see all the ladies gathering at Mia's house for Robyn's bachelorette bash. Giselle is the first to arrive and announces herself as Suntan Barbie came to play. Giselle really thinks she's a white woman with a tan. Like, you and Rachel Dolezal would make real good friends. Like, y'all might be able to work out some even trade type of shit. So we see the party bus arrive, the ladies are loading the bus, and Ashley gets there wearing the same exact jumpsuit as Mia. Ashley said, you know, me and Mia are two former hoes, because it takes a whole mentality to want to wear this see-through snakeskin jumpsuit. I said, well, she might be in Fashion Nova's finest, but she ain't in denial. Meanwhile, Mia, thinks her build-a-body wore it better. I can't, girl. Cherisse shows up finally not looking like something fresh out of Sister Act. Candace, okay, legs and hips and body. Candace looked really cute. She on a black tube top, some black latex leather pants. And then there was Robyn. Robyn showed up in a lime green Adidas style blazer dress. Child, I don't know. It had square shoulder pads and the stripes down the arm, and half of it was sequins, and she looked a sparkling fool. So Cherisse comes out of nowhere in the confessional saying how it should have been her that threw this bachelorette party for Robyn, but she had to take a backseat to Mia, who's only known her for 5 seconds, and you've known her the entire time she's been married, divorced, and engaged for entertainment. At any point in the last 3 years, you could have said, hey, Robyn, listen, I know you're doing this for make-believe, but I'm going to throw you a real-life engagement party, bachelorette party, tell the truth party, any damn thing. I'm tired of Cherisse. Then she had the nerve to say, and then, you know, beside Mia, Giselle is supposed to be the BFF. So, yeah, I was in my feelings, but I didn't show it. Girl, you could have not shown up, and I wouldn't have gave a damn. So the one thing she could do is make a toast. She decides to make a toast to Robyn and wish her lots of happiness and maybe a new baby. How about you wish her a real marriage? She ends the toast with, and if you have an issue with Robyn, then something is wrong with you. No, something is wrong with you. Your ass is obsessed because the bitches you talking to ain't even on the bus. Meanwhile, Karen took her disinvitation and went and handled her business. We see her and Ray meeting with the manufacturer for her candles. She said she is working on her 4-wick holiday edition, and they must have gave Karen her check early after she showed her whole ass in Mexico, because she told them she is prepared to order 8,000 units and put down a $10,000 deposit, and she requested that Ray take her picture putting down that $10,000 deposit. Not that I don't trust you, sir. I got a bitch I got to show this to. She wants to be able to show Robyn later. Girl, what? Meanwhile, the ladies on the bus dancing, partying, having a good time. Mia is giving Robyn a lap dance and just throwing all that Tupperware in a circle. I guess Candace figured this would be the perfect time to get an education in stripper etiquette. She said, do the strippers wipe down the poles after their own sets? Because, you know, they be doing some nasty shit. Ashley said, you can go ahead and cut that bougie shit, okay? Just save it. We don't feel like that because your hands done been in worse places. Candace said, me? Candace is trying to play dumb, and Robyn starts spilling the tea about word on the curb is that Wendy and Mia left together the last night in Mexico. Well, Cherisse pipes up and says, well, no, they just kissed and Wendy touched Mia's butt. Girl, what? Everybody is shocked. Candace is still playing dumb. Y'all kissed? Ashley is telling it about, well, yeah, and Mia was grabbing these too. Mia said it and outed everybody. She said, me, Candace, Ashley, and Wendy, we all kissed each other at the same time. Candace still with the bullshit. Y'all kissed. Welcome to Paris, bitch. We kissed. Quadruple, all us. Mia said, and it was her that shut it down. Probably because she likes the control factor. Candace is still trying to deny all allegations about cunnilingus is just a commitment I can't make. Girls, what? Shut. Y'all need to commit to coming up out the gutter because I'm sick of this. So they get to the strip club, they sit down, and they're admiring the strippers' shoes. Candace said she want to see some big old donkey booties. Y'all is in the wrong club for that. This is the club where little booties matter. So they're partying, throwing money. Robyn is up there about to fall in love with a stripper. And Cherisse comes out of nowhere. So, Ashley, what's going on with you and Michael? If you don't take your drunk ass on. Ashley said they've been working on creating a good environment. So they've been very nice to each other lately. And of course, now her dumb ass is confused. Candace is in the confessional saying, if I had a chance to leave Gollum and take half his money, show me the bus. Now, let me tell you, I'm not a Harry Potter person. So I didn't know who Gollum was. I had to Google this individual. When I tell you Michael Darby looks like a direct descendant of this damn Hobbit, Candace got to go to hell. Ashley said it's not always nasty and dark between she and Michael. Sometimes they have light moments, and right now they're in a light moment. Robyn said, so are you saying that y'all are reconsidering? She said, well, no, I don't think we're gonna reconcile, but I also don't think we're gonna, I don't know. Yeah, you figure your lie out too. We tired of you too. Giselle is looking like this dumbass girl ain't gonna never get the bag. Candace asked, so are y'all still dating and seeing other people? Ashley said she stopped dating because Michael said he wasn't dating and she felt guilty. Girl, is you done? He's been dating the whole damn marriage, girl. Candace said, well, bitch, he was at my man's restaurant with a bitch. And the bitch was not cute, according to Chris, who was at work and saw all this. Karma got a microwave round that bitch. She don't wait on nothing. I don't think Ashley finished telling the girl about her husband before here you come with your husband been to the bar with the bitch. Girl, Ashley looked hurt. Kinda like she just found out she's been cheated on. She said, she's upset because she just wishes that Michael would be straight up about whatever he has going on. If you're seeing people, just say that. But I'm not mad. I can't be mad. Cherisse reminded her, no, you can't be mad because you're getting a divorce. You do want this bag, right? So the food comes out, and the one thing that stood out to me was Cherisse reaching over into Mia's plate, snatching her lobster off her plate about, I want a lobster. She would have wanted a hand because she'd have drew back a nub. I'd have gave her the ass-whooping Karen promised her about my damn food. I know you didn't put your hand in my plate. So at this point, they're half drunk. Robyn and Giselle start asking Cherisse how she feels about Karen and opened up a whole can of worms. Cherisse said, I don't really think about her, but when I do think about her, what I don't like about her is that she lies. And I don't get what her issue is with me, especially to the degree that she would have to lie on me. I never aired her shit. And you want to assassinate my character knowing what you have going on? She said, in fact, the last time I was at a club, it was with that Karen Huger, the freaking grand dame. And the freaking girl disappeared. Candace said, I hate friends who do that. I have girlfriends who do that. They be sucking in the corner. Girl. Oh my God. And that's basically what Cherisse said about Karen. Cherisse said when Karen drinks and gets drunk, Giselle said it's on. She said Karen has a reputation throughout Potomac for being the chick that gets fucked up and will screw any that will come her way. As a matter of fact, when they were at the club that last time, Karen got drunk and was a worker in the bathroom. Say what, Cherisse? Say what now? Karen is gonna whoop your ass for real now. Karen is gonna tap that ass now. Cherisse said it's a fact. Candace said, well, when she was screwing somebody in the bathroom, how long ago was this? Cherisse said, well, it's been since we put this group together. Giselle said, yeah, even when she was making up stuff about me last season, about me being a hooker with a hot box from Hampton University that ended up at Sing Sing, I still kept her secret. So this is news to production, and they are asking all the ladies in the confessional if they heard this. Now, of course, Robyn is with the bullshit. And she said, yeah, Cherisse told me a long time ago, so of course I heard it. Ashley said, I had never heard anything to that extent. Candace said, I done said too much, and Karen is already ready to whoop my ass, so no comment. Hashtag Black Love. Giselle said Karen makes up lies, but they have facts and truths. Well, no, ma'am. Not according to Robyn's confession on y'all's podcast. Because Robyn done came down to y'all's podcast and said that what Karen said was true. Juan has been dealing with some blonde woman, and she knew about this woman since before filming even started for season 7. And I would act surprised, but I ain't that good a damn actress because I said, this is y'all playing in our face. Juan don't like Robyn. I don't believe Juan and Robyn are together. I don't believe Juan wants Robyn. I don't believe Juan likes Robyn. I barely believe they're married to each other, even for the sake of this show. So I'm not shocked that he had a girlfriend. What I am shocked about is that y'all went this far to play in our face all season. Y'all had the nerve to go running around making up stuff stories on other people's husbands when y'all knew y'all were hiding the story on hers. Girl, get the hell out of here. Like, are you hiding your life from the world or hiding the world from your life? What are you doing? And why isn't production doing their due diligence? Why aren't they digging into the leads? Why is she able to present us a whole made-up storyline for an entire season and then get on her podcast and say, yeah, well, what Karen said was true? Girl, what? And then, if you want the full story, pay for it on Patreon. You better pay for it in hell. So no, y'all don't have facts and truth. Y'all have fiction and tales. Y'all make shit up. So Ashley's at the table saying that she thinks that Karen has affection for Blue Eyes, the driver. And Cherisse is saying, well, first of all, Ray hired a private investigator to get to the bottom of that a long time ago. And he figured out that Blue Eyes was harmless. She went on to say that Blue Eyes is not a driver. He actually works at a hotel. Giselle said, but Ray knew what it was. Giselle said there was a period of time where Karen had actually lost her license and couldn't drive. So Ray used to drive her around, and I don't know if Blue Eyes eventually became her driver. Mia comes out of nowhere. So you saying Karen was a prostitute? What? Where the fuck you even come from with that? What? They said no. Where you get that from? No. She starts making up about, well, what I just heard from y'all is that there's somebody working the door at the hotel and Ray is Karen's pimp driving her around. No, baby, that's you and Gordon. You and Gordon. Mia said she went and ran this by Gordon because I'm sure she saw her life flash before her eyes. She said Gordon told her that typically when an older man has a younger wife and he has reached the point of no longer being able to please his wife, if he really loves his wife, he'll allow his wife to date. And that's where she thinks Ray and Karen are, because Ray can't climb the stairs as fast as Gordon can. And if Ray can't climb the stairs, he sure can't climb Karen. Girl, you worry about your own stair climber sugar daddy giving out. Well, I guess they done had their fill of gossip. They decide now it's time to actually dance and party and have a good time. Ashley and Mia get on the stage and they're matching cat suits and Coyote Ugly dancing. Robyn goes up and tries to spin on the pole in her ugly dress and ends up on the floor getting a lap dance from Mia. This would never fly down in the valley. Now it looks like next week is the season finale on this bullshit. We see Ashley is going on a date with her son Dean to announce to a 2-year-old that they got a new house. Robyn is going to be telling her parents that she and Juan are finally getting remarried and they are not invited. Mia is circling back to her health scare, but it's not enough to scare the mess out of her because her mess is still running gossip. She is telling Karen everything Cherisse had to say about Karen screwing anything walking. Then we see Candace is going to be having her video release party, but it's going to be a drama release party. It's going to be Battle of the Grand Dames Part 2. Mia is going to be telling Karen she heard in the street that Karen is dating a friend of her girl, and Chris is about to turn his own wife's party out. Child, it's gonna be a time. But that's it, that's all, and I ain't got no more. Thank you so much for coming down here listening to me and letting me get this off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.